Welcome back to the channel all. I want to talk about my favourite comic character, the Punisher, and the disservice that this character is currently receiving. And yes, I know I've spoke about it before, but I'm going to speak about it again because I've just read the latest issues of his latest series. Let's talk Punisher. Okay, so the new Punisher series. I have reviewed the first couple of issues and the War Journal one. I've shared my thoughts on it. Now, I've only read at the point of discussing Punisher before. I'd only read the first two issues and the War Journal issues. I hadn't read issues 3, 4 and 5 of the current ongoing Punisher series, or maxi series, whatever you want to call it. Issue 5 only just coming out this week. So I've sat down today and I've read that issue 3, 4 and 5. Now this is the first time I've ever fallen behind on a Punisher comic. It's never happened before, ever. And I've read Punisher for the better part of my life. And I've got everything from conception, from Amazing Spider-Man 1, 2, 9 to current, everything, literally. Favourite go-to Punisher, comic character. Other comic characters come and go, but the Punisher's always been there through the good and through the bad. And at the moment, we're sitting through the bad. Yes, so my thoughts are well documented on the first couple of issues. I don't like what Marvel are doing. I don't like this ninja stuff. I don't like they've taken guns out of the Punisher's hand. I don't like that they've changed the skull logo to what it now is. Now, I know full well that there's stuff going on with the skull logo and it being utilised for other purposes, for other means in America. I know that hate groups have taken it. I know police are using it and military are using it. They shouldn't be using it because what the skull stands for is the breakdown of justice, essentially. It's, you know, the judicial system is flawed, and that's what the skull represents and why Frank Castle does what he does. But this new series, primarily, you know, like I said, I get all the variant covers and everything. Do you know what I mean? But I've just read issue 3. Issue 4. That's issue 3. Sorry, that's issue 3. Issue 4 has a variant of issue 3 there. And issue 5 there. So I want to talk about these. I want to talk about them. Okay. I don't really know where to begin, but I feel like I'm being punished by Disney. This isn't the Punisher. I'm reading this book, right? I'm reading it, and it's crap. It is crap. There's, you know, I'm not going to pretend any other way. You know, yeah, we haven't had the Punisher for a long time. You know, it was as COVID started, the Punisher came to an end, and we haven't had Punisher since then, really. So, you know, and I know what it's like to jump onto it, and it's easy to be like, oh yeah, new Punisher, fantastic. No, this is not. This is probably the worst Punisher story I have ever read, and I'm talking worse than the Angel crap that they'd done. I'm not going to say worse than Frankencastle, because I enjoyed Frankencastle. It was a fun read, if nothing else. Badly conceived for the Punisher, but it was fun and it was well written, and it had, you know, you knew it weren't going to last. Now this Punisher comic is, you know, not only are they doing what they're doing with the character now, but they're going in and they're rewriting his origin story. He was psychotic and wanted to hurt people from a young age. He wanted to punish people from a young age. He witnesses a murder while he's on a rooftop, and he makes himself a little napalm bomb, essentially, and burns a fella at the age of, like, I don't know, 10 was it or something? This is not the Punisher. This isn't, you know, why can't we have the Punisher's origin be what it was? Yeah, he's military trained, he's police trained, he's military trained, whatever it may be. Military, in other things, it's police as well. Do you know what I'm saying? And he's got that training, then his family gets killed, the justice system's failed him, and thusly he goes on and does what he does. I'm not going to say revenge, because it's beyond revenge. It's not revenge story. And this here wants me to to buy into Frank Castle being this screwed up young kid who sits around, misses classes, drinks alcohol as a young teen, beats up on people because they're doing bad. Okay, but it's like gets an enjoyment out of it. This isn't Frank Castle. This isn't the Punisher, right? Not only that, all this nonsense about him having Maria back and wanting Maria back, and no, she's dead. Do you remember? This isn't. This is so poorly conceived and badly written that they don't. I don't know what they're trying to do with this character. I don't know. I can tell you now that Disney doesn't want to have guns in the hands of the Punisher. They don't want to put guns into this character's hands. Case in point, in that war journal one, he does, in his flashback scenes, he doesn't pick up a gun. He just uses a knife because they don't want to put guns in his hands. They put guns in the hands of the bad guys. They don't want to put guns into the hands of the good guys. Punisher being a good guy, okay, you know what he does is questionable, but he's still a Marvel hero, anti-hero. But what I'm saying is they don't want him to hold guns and use guns, right? In this latest issue, in issue 5, after you believe that he may have killed, but he hasn't killed the hand woman, the demony one, you come to find out that he tries to escape with Maria, and he picks up an Uzi off the shelf, off of his gun cabinet with all his guns on, and he uses that. But he gets so far carrying it that she needs help. She needs to be carried. So he drops the gun. And in this one telling, you've got to read between the lines. And I'm hoping I am so wrong here. But this one box has Frank Castle carrying Maria, walking away, using 9mm on the floor, in the foreground. He's in the background. I put the image up here, and it says, "There is no going back." Now, I understand in the context of the story that it's giving you what they're saying, but let's read between the lines here, people. Let's read between the lines. There is no going back. Gun on the floor, him walking away. Disney are castrating this character, right? Okay, on the plus side for this story, with the latest issues, I didn't mind the stuff with Ares. Ares saying that the Punisher is who he always has been, and that's who he should be, and he's perfection, and the stuff about them saying that you're manipulating his mind and all this. I don't mind seeing where that is going, but I can only take, I don't want to speculate on where this story will go. All I can tell you is what I am seeing and what I am perceiving from reading these current issues. Yeah, you've taken this character, and this isn't. I don't feel like I'm reading Frank Castle. I'm not reading the stories of Frank Castle here. This is a completely different character that I'm reading. Jason Aaron, the writer of this, he's done some good stuff in the past, but I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what they are, what their end game is. And I am interested to see. I am going to stick with it, right? And I know that people are going to say, oh, you're Punisher hater, whatever. No, I'm not. No, I've got tattoos of the character, Christ almighty. Not very good tattoos, but I have got tattoos of the character. I've got every comic, I've got everything, I've got stuff. But this is just frustrating me. This book I find to be just so ill-conceived and it's such a... Frank Castle wouldn't allow his family to be brought back to life. He wouldn't do it. It's been done before in the comics, right? And his reaction to it was just, yeah, he wouldn't fall for this crap. Yeah? He wouldn't be a child. Why have you got to delve into his psyche and say he was troubled as a child and wanted to do this stuff and this is who he was? I know that you had Punisher Born from Garth Ennis and that sort of thing in the Max universe that sort of played with his origins and this sort of a thing. But why can't it be as simple as you've got a good man who is failed by the justice system, And what happens to him and his family, that he goes on this war against crime. I'm not even going to use the word. I'm not going to use the word revenge, because revenge doesn't come into it. Yeah, because Punisher never knew who killed his family. He never knew originally. It was just crime. It was, they were in the wrong place at the wrong time, and he never knew the individuals that done it. So his war on crime, you know, no matter how many people he kills, yeah, or punishes, no matter how many he punished, he never knew whether he got those people, and that's why he kept on and doing what he'd done. But they make it about revenge. They want to, and it's been lost. The core of this character is being lost and diluted, and this sort of thing, and it's just abysmal. It really is. Like I said, in that, you know, in that war journal where he didn't pick up a weapon, and he was in, you know, he was the Punisher in the flashback scenes. He picked up a goddamn grenade launcher, firing banner rockets or whatever they are. Yeah, because Disney don't want the Punisher to be this Punisher. They don't want him using guns. Yeah, not in their main comic universe. If they do, I know Garth Ennis has been another Max title, and that's fantastic, because we might get it, but that's more adult. That is aimed towards the adult reader. But Punisher 616 is being eroded, is being diluted, is being tarred with this crap that we're getting now. How can anyone who's a proper Punisher fan read this and say, yeah, this is good? This is a good Punisher story. Tell me, I really want to know, because I just don't get it. What am I missing? I've seen the crap before. I've been through the crap. I've been through the good. I've been through the bad. This is crap. No qualms about it. This is rubbish. The only people being punished here are the Punisher fans from this. Disney are diluting this character. Can't you see it? Why don't people see it? I just don't get it. It's really frustrating me. Anyway, that's it. That's my reviews. I say a review. I'm having a little rant. It's a rant about the Punisher more than a review. But anyway, so I read the last 3 issues. Some of the airy stuff did intrigue me. But for the most part, I'm reading it and I'm questioning, what am I reading? I want it to go. I want something to happen, turn it back to normal. But then are they going to write all this rubbish and say that it's all manipulated mind implants and all this? And so that everything that I've read up to a certain point has no bearing on anything, because it's all fake mind playing game stuff, which again, as a reader, you're being conned, it just doesn't matter. On a reread, none of this stuff would matter. It's just crap. Please let me know your thoughts on the current state of this character and what they're doing to him. Do you like this origin stuff? This young Frank Castle that his first kill was burning someone alive? I mean, even as the Punisher in this, you know, he's like an executioner. The Hand are bringing in people and saying, this geezer's done this, this geezer's done this. So Frank Castle's slicing them up with his sword. You got Hydra Agent, who's like chained up, and you've got Punisher. You got Frank Castle enjoying hurting this guy before he kills him, getting pleasure out of just cutting this geezer's face up and his eye and this sort of stuff like that. Is that the Punisher? No, it's not. No, that's a problem with a person with even more problems. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're thinking. This is some of the worst Punisher that I've been through, and I will see where it goes. I'll see it out to the end. I hope that what I think and what I'm saying is wrong. I really do, but I've got my doubts. I feel like I'm being punished for 35 years of collecting and reading this character now I'm being punished for it. This is AJ. I'm off. And let's talk Punisher, shall we? Let me know your thoughts on this down below. No doubt I'll get a lot of down votes by the people who believe they are true Punisher fans and nothing bad can be said. But let's live in the real world. Not everything is perfect. And I'm a big Punisher fan and this isn't perfect. It's garbage. Let me know your thoughts on this garbage down below. See you on the next one. Take care all. Goodbye.